Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be in the masterclass. Always, if you ask me, this is my happiest place in the week. We do so many other sessions. I really honestly find this as the best of my week sessions, and I always look forward to it. I'm grateful to Paul, sir, who has agreed to become co host for today. My annual co host,
Good
who
evening,
holds
sir.
my hand right through the year, is also here. Gurdeep is here. Gurdeep, thank you for joining us. Gurdeep, it's important that we have Paul sir on board today. There are two,
Good
three
evening,
things.
sir.
One, of course, we are wanting to wrap up Masterclass 25 today. We wrap up just the sessions. We don't wrap up Masterclass per se, because it's still effort required to what we call complete the certification and assignment process. We have made substantial progress in that, which is good. I think it calls for celebration. We saw the assignments over the year, not years, improve, which I think all credit must go to the teachers. They took on such a challenging task. It was not easy, let me tell you. I have also struggled myself sometimes. So it's good you people have been able to at least understand what is productive failure and then maybe attempt some experiments in your class or in your school. And some of the experiments were quite delightful. The experiments about doing language. There is an experiment about mathematics. Gurdeep herself did so many experiments, and she will now tell us what she went through and how she feels that this session added value to her. Now, before I hand over to her, I have a secret to share with you, which I'm going to share quite loudly. You will be surprised. I have spent now almost 3 decades in this profession of school improvement, and I started as a school improvement coach formally about 15, 17 years back when I gave up everything and I said, now my life has to be devoted to a school improvement coach. And that was when in 2012 I left every bit of my business and decided, okay, here it is. Let me go and hold hands of as many teachers in the world as possible. And that's where the whole transformation process of a school, the project we got, what we tried to do in one school happened. And, slowly, we learned so many things. We learned how to really get teachers to take charge of their lives. And we figured out that what matters for a teacher is not just personal and social development, professional learning. And some years back, when we started, people never understood what professional learning was. They always talked about continuous professional development. They talked about workshops, they talk about teacher training. But I think professional learning is got the elements of those things. But the most important part of professional learning is trust and building relationships. So if you do a workshop, you often don't end up build that trust and relationship quotient that it requires to build learning communities. And professional learning really must ensure that we build learning communities inside institutions. And that's where first the institutions feels the transformation, and second the individuals get empowered. It takes time. It's not an easy process. It takes months, years. It's really not that simple as we easily say here. It's very painful sometimes, and you have to use, I can't say enforce. Sometimes Paul Sir will tell me that you have to enforce. I respect what Paul Sir says. He's one of the most able administrators I have found. So, like children, we have to work with teachers with compassion, with care, with due respect, understanding what their whole challenges are for personal, social, and professional development. Over to you, Gurdeep.
So, good evening, everyone. So, I want to share my journey with my good school and especially Masterclass, the Teachers Academy. So when I first joined the master class, I hope I am audible.
Yes, please.
Okay. So when I first joined the master class, I came with curiosity. I don't even remember the exact moment when I signed up. Perhaps I think it was a LinkedIn post that Sandeep sir has shared that caught my eye. And I do remember the feeling, okay, let's try this. Because reading had always been something I loved, but it had taken a backseat due to responsibilities and deadlines and other chores and all. So this masterclass felt like a chance to reclaim that space, maybe not just for reading, but for reflection. So I still remember when it was my first masterclass, and that time we were reading Show Me Das, The Man Who Saw Tomorrow. And that book opened my eyes, and I found like these masterclasses are something deeper, very deep. So each session, I think it's been a year. We read Shomidas, The Man Who Saw Tomorrow. Then now we are at Productive Failure. This is the last class of Productive Failure. And then we'll start with Courage to be Disliked. Now, this space has become a very sacred space for me, to be very honest. And we don't just read here. I hope, Sandeep sir, I have time to share my thoughts. Okay. So we don't just read here, we reflect, we question, and teachers, they do submit their assignment. We also submit our assignment. And when we submit our assignment on a particular topic, we see others' perspective also, how other teachers are thinking, how I am thinking, whether I'm getting it right or not. So a lot of ideas, a lot of reflections are happening on teachers' blog that we get to read, and so much of learning for all of us. And we are building a community, and Sandeep sir is teaching us so many things. And one small change on sir, when sir shared this thing in one of the master class, that please carry your books to your classroom. So this small change I have made in my life. So everywhere I go, I carry this book. And now I want to share one funny thing. Day before yesterday, my Didi, when I asked my Didi in the school to pack my bags and put my stuff in the car, so she said, कि मैम आप अपनी बुक भूल गए हो, प्रोडक्टिव फेलियर. That Didi, that Didi said to me कि मैम आप भूल गए हो book. So well, I was very surprised. Even she is observing that I carry this book daily to the school, and I read whenever I get time. During recess period, 10 minutes का भी अगर time होता है तो I read. Even if it is a one page, I read. So this habit I developed during this master class, and thank you to Sandeep sir, thank you to this platform. And I have grown, to be very honest, I have grown. And it's a very sacred space. And maybe it's a very simple thing that we are carrying books to our classroom wherever we are going. And my colleagues are asking, my Didi is asking, my students are, they are asking, they know which book I'm reading. So maybe one day our students will also start reading. वो एक कहते हैं कि बच्चे देखने से सीखते हैं, सुनने से नहीं सीखते, बच्चे देखने से सीखते हैं. So maybe they are observing us, they observe their teachers reading the books, they'll start reading. Because it's very sad that reading has gone backseat in everyone's life, whether it's student, teachers, principals, everyone. And this is a reality. And this culture, this master class is building that culture. So it's an amazing, and I always look forward to Saturday master class. uh, that's it from my side.
Also, would you like to reflect before I come in with the closing comments?
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, I was part of I think the first one, Shomi Das book, along with other Sunbeam colleagues who joined the group for reading. It was a wonderful experience. Many times I was not able to do justice because of my travels and various other, uh, again, professional engagements, which you go beyond even, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So it happens sometimes. So except for that, it was a wonderful experience. some of those reflections, podcast, which I did, more than I developed a taste for reading. I'm very honest. I not developed a taste for reading even now, I tell you. Maybe I'm, very open today. The fact is that I learned many new things, and I was quite, thinking that podcast karna hai, ye karna hai, wo karna hai. I've become more, what do you call it, futuristic and using technology a lot these days. So probably the first masterclass helped me to use technology quite in a large scale, I would say. Today, when I see even using AI tools and all that. So that is one advantage I got. Uh, then coordinating the Sunbeam team, Sunbeam teachers for this big challenge was a challenge to me. Was not easy. So these last 2 years, we did it. A kind of compulsively we did it. We said it. It's no excuse. 5 teachers from every school have to opt for it. But this time, the third session, we are telling, let it come from them. Now we have given that spark. Now let it come from them. Let them feel. Let them, how long we danda pakad ke khade hoke sikhayenge padhne ke liye. So I think that age is over now. We are leaving to them. We have helped them to open their eyes and have a taste of this whole program. So that's how now we feel, and we are leaving it open to them. So sharing all those, informations that you share in the group, I share with the Sunbeam groups. We have two. One is the core school group, which is situated in Varanasi. The other is the associated schools. So I'm happy to see a number of teachers, admins from associated schools have joined today. That is something nice to see. I saw somebody from Cholapur and all that. So great. So I think you are making a difference, Sandeep sir. And I pray that the program really win the hearts of not just hundreds, but thousands and thousands of people in the coming years.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the good part is the master class started in Varanasi at Leher Tara. And today, when we are having the last session, we are again heading back to Varanasi. So
Yeah,
it's been
right.
a full cycle. The first session was in Varanasi, and after I do this, I head to Varanasi. So I think that will be a good place to start the next session also. Now, on numbers front, Paul, sir, you have very interesting numbers. In the year, we have reached 1,186 webinar registrations for the masterclass. When we spoke to you and you started, we said let's be liberal. Let's not bother about registration or not. We will keep it that people who are applying for certification will do the assignments. We will get added mentoring. They will have access to me as a coach. But what's the harm if we open the session to the whole world? So that was one. Second, we live streamed the sessions and put them on YouTube. And over the year, we realized we have a library of over 500 videos. We didn't do just the masterclass. Every session we have recorded and created the resource. That was one. Third, what we realized that when we were doing the masterclass, we ended up creating a community of 227 teachers in the WhatsApp group. And for that, the credit goes to you because large number came from your core and associate schools, whom you kind of mentioned, and they all joined in. And I have got a call from Mao. They want to onboard the next session. I think you can take it further. They're interested in taking it ahead. There are conversations now that I'm going to Balia, so you'll get better participation. There is a deep conversation on with Mughal Sarai. I've had 3 rounds of discussions. So I know all this requires what Paul Sir says, one visit. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, with 17 schools and one Sandeep, it's really tough to do those visits. But yes, we will do whatever we can for those visits. But the beautiful part is starting day after. Paul sir, I think we are meeting almost 12 of your schools at Varanasi. Paul sir, you're on mute.
We have 14 schools.
14, okay. So 14 schools we will meet. So that's a very good start. And for those who we don't meet, We hope also sometimes whenever you have a Zoom meeting with all your schools, I'll be happy to come on board and spend 15-20 minutes and do a little conversation. So that way, at least we can connect to the whole community. Whenever you get a chance like this, that you have an admin meeting or associates meeting, if you feel I'm happy to come and give you half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever you want, and explain to schools that why they need to look at teachers as the only transformers in the school. Look at this: teacher and student, teacher and parent, teacher and management, teacher and teacher. When I draw the web for a teacher, I say teacher 5 times in a school, and rest of the people only come once. So it's so crucial that the role of a teacher is 5 times any other stakeholder in the organization. And when you look at that way, that can only happen when you build this culture of trust and learning. And on that front, we have tried hard, we have tried to engage. My due apologies if we have not done enough. I promise to make up. I can only promise that at this hour. But the bigger promise has to come from you, like Paul sir said. And it's like Gurdeep said, the only thing that can transform your role as an individual is you start reading. And here I am. I'm sure every week I write some book or the other. Let me tell you, I don't write those books from the bookshelf. I actually read them. And like Gurdeep, I am always carrying a book. Now I know this is a very fat book, but what I do is when it's in my bag, as simple as that. So whenever I get a chance, I read a chapter, and that's the only way you can enjoy a book. And the last thing, please get a hard copy of at least 2 books in a year. I'm not even asking more than that, and carry them with you to your class. Don't read them. You dress up so well for your class. You want to look good, you want to talk good, you want to speak good in your class. Carry a book with you. It make you look more beautiful, and people may just open that book and start reading. As simple as that. So this trick which I have given Gurdeep, that's how we started at the Fab India School in 2012. So whenever I used to go there for my week stay, I always used to carry some books in my bag. I didn't say anything. Now there was no room there in the school, so normally chairman of an organization, which was my role, would have asked कि मेरा room बना दो, AC लगा दो. I said नहीं. ये जो पेड़ है ना जहाँ से स्कूल का गेट दिखता है, इसके नीचे कुर्सी लगा दो बस. So I did this from 2012 till 2019, and I did not create any chairman's chamber in the school. I only sat under that tree, and every month when I went, I took some books in my bag. And those books in the bag, teachers finally got access to them, children finally got access to them. And as I was seen with the book, I started seeing teachers started carrying books. But we did an interesting thing. We gave the teachers a gift of 1 or 2 books every year. So that is a school where there were challenges, but I'm sure we being in Varanasi and in a school which is not really low budget school, but a budget school, and I'm sure each of us can invest that 1 or 2 books in a year. Please do that. That's important. Believe me, if you can't make friends with books, you can never understand yourself. Your best friend in life has to be your book. And on that note, I want to invite Manisha in. Manisha, would you like to share the Happy Teachers blog? And we will do some jugglery on that from the search and see how far we reach.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I would love to share that, but sir, sorry, I'm like outside, so I'm not on laptop right now.
Okay, then I'll ask Gurdeep to do that. Gurdeep, just share screen, please. Happyteacher.in.
Okay, sir. I'm doing so.
And we'll try some tips and tricks through the search bar. Okay, now we'll ask the teacher. Which teacher feels they have contributed maximum to the blog? Can we have a hand up? Let me tell you, any one of you who feels you have contributed maximum to the blog. Someone the other day said, my 5 assignments are done. I don't want to call names. I want the hands to come themselves. Someone has even said they have done 5 in the poll. Are you here? Also, someone said they have done 5 assignments. We have the name in the poll.
Sir, just a little feedback. There are a few in my inbox. Since I'm outside, so I didn't upload also.
No worry. That's a process. I'm just looking at what's gone by. So we have in the poll, some people have said 5. Can any of those? There are 2 people who have said 5. There's Annie and Tanishk. Tanishk, right? Is that name? Is that how you spell Tanishk Jaiswal, Paul sir? Tanishka Jaiswal. Is my pronunciation good?
Right, good.
Lovely. So Gurdeep, let's go by the trick. Let's type in the search bar, which is on the right column. You'll find it somewhere here. Yeah. Type here Tanishka Jaiswal. Jaiswal, yeah. Jaiswal, search.
I think spelling, I have to check the spelling.
Okay, I'll call out the spelling. TANISHQA. Just type that much, QA. It should come with the first name itself. Yeah, don't put more words because then it gets zapped.
It's showing no post matching the query.
Okay, so what that means is we've not got this in the keyword. Try Jaiswal alone.
Okay.
Sir, it came today. It is not uploaded yet.
Okay. Then the next person who has done 5 is Debika. Type Debika Laha.
It's DEBIKA.
Okay, yeah. Just type Debika, that's enough. Search.
So this is
So
a
Paul
site.
sir, these are 5 assignments of Debika. And go to our first one. Debika, please unmute yourself. Deepika, say hello. I don't think she's there. Is she there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening
Yeah,
and Jai Hind.
Deepika, you have submitted 5 assignments. We really love you for that. That's the first thing. Second, just give me one important thing you took away from attempting these productive failure assignments. Just one important thing.
Yes, sir. Sir, I thought ki if my students are struggling in any
Yeah.
of the topics or any of the subject I teach maths and SST,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought of explaining the thing again and again to the students, not just moving on ahead and they are not getting to the point. Like if
Mm-hmm.
I have started the topic addition and if I don't get it clear, the 2 digit and the 1 digit addition, then they will not be good with the 3 digit addition. So I thought of first I
Okay.
need to clear and revise the concepts, the basic concepts, and then move on.
Yeah. So, this revision, Gurdeep, what do we call this in productive failure?
Discovery learning.
Yeah, absolutely. So, discovery learning versus instructional learning. So, that's a good thing we take away. Thank you, Devika. Devika, what did you enjoy the most before you ran away? Let me ask this question. I know you said that you need to re-explain and do discovery learning. What is the happiest thing you take away from the masterclass?
Sir, I just got to learn how to be more patient in the class. Like in our class, all students are not to the point. If I explain to the whole class of 40 children, the 40 children are not up to the mark and they will be understanding a good level of understanding. So first thing, to be patient and to be with all the children, the one who are lagging behind, to be more focused with them, and then the whole class, so that there is a balance. Otherwise, I will be running and they will not be understanding anything. And only the children who are very good, who are excellent, they will be only getting my what I'm what I'm trying to say. So I learned to be patient more.
Lovely. So, can I say that trust and relationship, did you feel these two attributes?
Yes, sir.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being the first speaker. I know we called you out, and I'm sorry about that.
No, sir. Thank you for giving the opportunity. I'm so glad.
Gurdeep, just type Annie Mahajan. She has submitted 5 assignments. Annie is a quick processor. She's done cut 5 in a series. Good.
Why relationship matter?
Yeah, go down there.
Going in, sir.
Is this, hi Annie, is this your first one? Why relationships matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why do relationships matter, Annie?
Sir, as I am a primary grade teacher, and as per me, maintain a relationship with the kids. As the kids are of about 6 years, 7 years, it's really important. When my kids starts to loving me, only then they are able to understand the concepts. Because, like for example, for age group of 7, it's really difficult to make them understand the tenses. And what I notice, and when I implement the productive failure book in my class, what I notice, when I matlab, become a friend of my kids, they start learning more. So for me, maintaining a relationship, building a relationship with these small kids is really important.
Fantastic. Currently I'm reading a book. It's called 10 to 25, The Science of Motivating Young People. I will have it this with this week, so I'll carry it everywhere. And if you get a chance, I would like to show you this book. I know it sounds like ये तो मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. It's not that
No,
easy.
I really love to read these kind of books.
Yeah, but one thing we learned from productive failure that हर एक किताब आप अपने बस की बात बना सकते हैं. That is a good thing we learned from that. Believe me, productive failure, it's been first time in India it's been used like this. And even the author is quite enamored by our work. He is joining us on 28th of November. So please, it's a Friday evening, 5:30 p.m. All of you mark your calendar, mark your alarm clocks, whatever. I want all 45. Paul sir, ये तो डंडा लगाना पड़ेगा. I want all the 45 teachers to be here when Manu Kapoor sir comes. We have waited 1 year to get him, and it's took us so much effort to get him, honestly. That will be a good exercise if we can do it. So 28th November, please
I'm
join us.
sure this 45 will be there. The 45 who
Lovely.
attended, who read
Yeah,
his book, will be definitely happy to see her. I mean,
sir.
no, I can't confuse. Is Manu male, female? Manu male
No,
name also
Dr.
is
Manu
there. I don't
Kapoor,
see
sir, you watched his video. He's a male.
the male. Okay.
So in Punjab, Manu name is in the Punjab, Manu name is a girl's name, honestly. If you
Now, that's
ask.
what I'm telling you. I was a bit confused,
So you'll
So
find Manu Kaur also.
definitely the Sunbeams will be happy
You have,
to
you have a Manu Kaur
interact
in
with me.
Sunbeam also. In your Sunbeam community, you have a Manu Kaur. Now, I don't know
Yeah,
which school, but there is a Manu Kaur in the Teachers Academy.
yeah.
So she'll be happy her namesake is coming. Tell her that. So lovely. So, I don't want to do more of the blog browsing, but I would like you people, we have showed you how to do it. Go type people's names in the search bar. You'll get a count of your assignments first. Second, you will be able to do what I call the best assessment in the world. You'll be able to read from your first assignment to your fifth. And let me say it loudly, I don't believe in subjective assessment. I only believe in formative assessment. And if this is not formative assessment, then I think you have not understood what formative assessment is. So do your own formative assessment. And I will still appreciate that after doing your 5 assignments or 3 or 2, whatever best you can do, attempt them, then think. And finally, participate in Masterclass 2026. Is there anyone else who would like to share something from us? We'll be more than happy because we had put half an hour for Masterclass 25. So we have Munmun has attempted 1, Nishika has attempted 1, Deepika has done 3, Tanishka has done 3, Annie has done 3. When I say done, this is what you people have voted. I have not counted here. So you can do another thing. Why
Sir,
don't you
I
type productive failure in the search bar? Gurdeep, just type productive
Productive
failure.
failure.
Manisha, don't worry if you haven't posted any. Don't talk about them. Don't worry. Just type productive failure. Search. Okay. How many searches do you get when you get type productive failure? I'm sure you get at least over 50. You get over 50.
I think, yeah, it's more than 50.
Yeah, you'll get. So thank you for that. I think that's a substantial bit of filings you people have done. Fantastic reflection. And I think we have succeeded in building a professional learning community. Also, you do so much training, and I look up to Sunbeam School. Do a lot of good you people do. But let me tell you, I think for us, doing this particular 1 year since we started last November till now has been most enjoyable, and I thank you for that. You have a wonderful set of teachers, and my salute to each one of you, and I bow down to each one of them, as there is a guru in each one of them, and that's what we call happy teachers. We love them. Also, closing comments, and then we move on to Masterclass 26.
Yeah, it was definitely a wonderful session. Most of the teachers liked it, and only thing sometimes they shared was probably they overshoot the time. We started with half an hour program, gradually raised it to 45 minutes, and maybe little beyond certain Saturdays, etc. So some of them, they all work the whole day. I mean, right morning 7:30 till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the school, then they return home. So if you could stick to that timing of half an hour or whatever, 40 minutes,
Also,
that is very important.
I think we have failed when you say that. We carry
No,
a book. We
no,
carry
no,
a
we carry a book
carry
that
a
is
book,
there.
and
But
we
then,
and we read it because we love reading. Now,
yeah, true,
unfortunately or
true.
fortunately, because that love is not there, and they are
Yeah,
thinking it's a duty.
it,
Now, the
it, it,
unfortunate part is when you read a chapter or when you're explaining something, sometimes you have to do more effort to explain to every student, and that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
we
it's
realize that
there,
it
it's there.
45 minutes to hour.
Yeah. So,
So
but that
teachers need
I'm
to
just,
read it
I'm just
because
sharing the concern. Some of them expressed
absolutely.
in my feedback sessions.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
that's it.
now we label 1 hour. We don't even say we'll do less
Yeah,
than.
it's okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it was a wonderful thing. Good. I think really, Sunbeam looking forward to the new reading program that is 26.
So Gurdeep, you want to introduce that and tell us about Masterclass 26?
Yes. So Masterclass 2026, we are starting with this book, The Courage to Be Disliked. And this time, as decided in the group, that we'll not be sharing the screen. So everyone has to buy the book. I think it is the greatest investment that anyone can make. So, and the format will be again as discussed, it will be meeting, not the webinar format. And the book is a dialogue between the youth and the philosopher. So we'll have this format, like sir will be there as philosopher and I'll be there as the youth asking questions. And I think looking forward to, like, all of you should join this master class and lot to learn from this book. So I have just started. The core message already sir has shared in the group, the synopsis of the book. So total 5 nights are there, like discussion between youth and philosopher is happening. So what I have gathered from the synopsis that sir has shared is that we should develop a courage to be disliked, and true happiness comes when we stop pleasing others, when we stop living for others expectation, when we don't seek external validation. And it doesn't mean that we have to be rude or indifferent, it means that we have to live truthfully. That is the whole crux of this book.
I want to read a little bit before you give them a demo. So, on the outskirts of the 1,000-year-old city lived a philosopher. who taught that the world was simple and that happiness was within the reach of every man instantly. A young man who was dissatisfied with life went to visit this philosopher to get to the heart of the matter. This youth found the world a chaotic mass of contradictions, and in his anxious eyes, any notion of happiness was completely absurd. That's the backdrop behind which the book was being designed and the introduction of the book, which we will do now. And I have asked Gurdeep to enact the youth, being youthful as she is, and I will do the philosopher's role. I have a terrible bad throat, so don't mind that. So, Gurdeep, let's do the introduction if it's good with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to ask, so youth is speaking. I want to ask you once again, you do believe that the world is in all ways a simple place?
Yes, this world is astonishingly simple, and life itself is too.
So, is this your idealistic argument or is it a workable theory? What I mean is, are you saying that any issues you or I face in life are simple too?
Yes, of course.
All right then, but let me explain why I have come to visit you today. Firstly, I want to debate this with you until I am satisfied, and then, if possible, I want to get you to retract this theory. Because I have heard all about your reputation, the word is that there is an eccentric philosopher living here,
eccentric, eccentric.
eccentric,
Yeah.
eccentric philosopher living here, whose teachings and arguments are hard to ignore, namely that people can change, that the world is simple, and that everyone can be happy. That is the sort of thing I have heard, but I find that view totally unacceptable. So I wanted to confirm things for myself. If I find anything you say completely off, I'll point it out and then correct you. But will you find that annoying?
No, I would love the opportunity. I have been hoping to hear from a young person just like you and to learn as much as possible from what you can tell me.
Thanks. I do not intend to dismiss you out of hand. I'll take your views into consideration and then look at the possibilities that present themselves. The world is simple and life is simple too. If there is anything in this thesis that might contain truth, it would be life from a child's point of view. Children do not have any obvious duties, like paying taxes or going to work. They are protected by their parents and society and can spend days free from care. They can imagine a future that goes on forever and do whatever they want. They don't have to see grim reality. They are blindfolded. So to them, the world must have a simple form. However, as a child matures to adulthood, the world reveals its true nature. Very shortly, the child will know how things really are and what he is really allowed to do. His opinion will alter, and all he will see is impossibility. His romantic view will end and be replaced by cruel realism.
I see. That is an interesting view.
That's not all. Once grown up, the child will get entangled in all kinds of complicated relationships with people and have all kinds of responsibilities thrust upon him. That is how life will be, both at work and home, and in any role he assumes in public life. It goes without saying that he will become aware of various issues in the society that he couldn't understand as a child, including discrimination, war, inequality, and he'll not be able to ignore them. Am I wrong?
It sounds fine to me. Please continue.
Well, If we were still living at a time when religion held sway, salvation might be an option because the teachings of the divine were everything to us. All we had to do was obey them and consequently have little to think about. But religion has lost its power, and now there is no real belief in God. With nothing to rely on, everything is filled with anxiety and doubt. Everyone is living for themselves. That is how society is today. So please tell me, given these realities and in the light of what I have said, can you still say the world is simple?
There is no change in what I say. The world is simple and life is simple too.
How? Anyone can see that it's chaotic mass of contradictions.
That is not because the world is complicated. It's because you are making the world complicated.
I
I'll take a pause here. This, if you see, is the most profound thought. And our discussion before we started this with Paul sir about your finding not not time, be not keeping to time. You know, these things you complicate your own life. Life is not as complicated. And this is the whole challenge we humans have to believe that life is not as complicated. Sometimes when you sit down and think, you will realize it is not as complicated. Over to you, Gurdeep. Gurdeep, over to you.
yes. So youth says, I am.
None of us live in an objective world, but instead in a subjective world that we ourselves have given meaning to. The world you see is different from the one I see, and it's impossible to share your world with anyone else.
How can that be? You and I are living in the same country, in the same time, and we are seeing the same things, aren't we?
You look rather young to me, but you have ever drunk well water that was just been drawn?
Well, water? It was a long time ago, but there was a well at my grandmother's house in a countryside.
To live in your subjective world. There is no escape from your own subjectivity. At present, the world seems complicated and mysterious to you. But if you change, the world will appear more simple. The issue is not about how the world is, but how you are.
How I am.
Right. It's as if you see the world through dark glasses. So naturally, everything seems dark. But if that is the case, instead of lamenting about the world's darkness, you could just remove the glasses. Perhaps the world will appear terribly bright to you then, and you will involuntarily shut your eyes. Maybe you will want the glasses back on, but you can even take them off in the first place. Can you look directly at the world? Do you have the courage?
Courage?
Yes, it's a matter of courage.
Well, all right. There are tons of objections I would like to raise, but I get the feeling it would be better to go into them later. I would like to confirm that you are saying people can change, right?
Of course, people can change. They can also find happiness.
Everyone without exception?
No exception whatsoever.
Haha. Now you are talking big. This is getting interesting. I'm going to start arguing with you immediately.
I am not going to run away or hide anything. Let's take our time debating this. So your position is people cannot change.
That's right. They cannot change. Actually, I am suffering myself because of not being able to change.
And at the same time you wish you could.
Of course, If I could change, if I could start life all over again, I would gladly fall to my knees before you. But it could turn out that you will be down on your knees before me.
You remind me of myself during my student days when I was a hot blooded young man searching for the truth, trapezing about, calling on philosophers.
Yes, I'm searching for the truth about life.
I have never felt the need to take in disciples and have never done so. However, since becoming a student of Greek philosophy and then coming into contact with another philosophy, I have been waiting for a long time for a visit from a young person like you.
Another philosophy? What would that be?
My study is just over three there. Go into it. It's going to be a long night. Sorry. My study is just over there. Go into it. It's going to be a long night. I will go and make some hot coffee. So, this is the conversation. It's an introduction. And the first night starts here. That's the beauty of it. So, and it's a fantastic book. I think it's sold millions, absolutely millions. The other day in our conversation, in one of the conversations, the GSA squad, we have had one young intern say, yes, I found this book and this book got me to start reading. That was her comments, which I thought was a very profound comment when it said that this book got me to start reading. This is how powerful that book is. And I run a bookstore, which perhaps everyone knows. And my job is this only to initiate people to reading and to the art of reading. My job is not to sell books. My job is for you to experience the exhilar, the joy of reading.
Next masterclass that is on 1st of November. And the first chapter is the first night. It's all about denying trauma, like whatever, like if something is happening to us, we always blame our past. So the thesis is the youth is saying people can't change, whereas the philosopher is saying people can change. And this is like very interesting chapter to read. Sandeep sir, that's it from my side. Sir, you are not audible. I think there is some technical issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm back. No,
Yes.
what I wanted you to do, those 5, 6 lines, were you able to
Intro.
read those? Because you never heard them from me. Maybe you can read them once they enter the
First
chapter.
night introduction.
Like,
First night
absolutely.
introduction.
There's just about 200 words there. Just read those.
Yeah. So the young man entered the study and sat slouched in a chair. Why was he so determined to reject the philosopher's theories? His reasons were abundantly clear. He lacked self confidence, and ever since childhood, this had been compounded by deep seated feelings of inferiority with regard to his personal and academic backgrounds, as well as his physical appearance. Perhaps as a result, he tended to be excessively self conscious when people looked at him. Mostly, he seemed incapable of truly appreciating other people's happiness and was constantly pitting himself. To him, the philosopher's claims were nothing more than the stuff of fantasy.
Brilliant. So, when you start as a young teacher, Gurdeep, now look back to your life. Didn't it start like this? You
Yes,
had the same feelings which have been mentioned by the youth. You
yes,
don't
true.
feel complete. You are very conscious of your looks. You are very conscious about your books. And that sometimes comes in your way, in your ability to take things forward as to become a good teacher. So these two books are a fantastic compendium on the making of a teacher. And that's why after having recommended so many books in the last few, if you see my Teachers Academy chat, you'll find at least 10, 15 books which I've read and I've said, okay, I'm reading this. But the interesting bit was I never got to know if anyone else was reading anything beyond Productive Failure. Now, let me tell you this story about work and life. My day starts at 4 a.m. Please hear this out. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends at 10 p.m. It's like anyone, like yours day. I manage a home. I run a business organization where I make money. I volunteer with you. I make my social commitments on serving dinner, cooking dinner, buy groceries. I live like a mom and dad in one. So when you say that you have so many other challenges and complications, it's your inferiority complex that's getting you. I know I'm saying something very hard, and you have to overcome your limitation, and that's what the productive failure's next level is, where you try and try and try, and there is discovery learning, and you realize that this human self has such fantastic possibilities. That's the discovery of the courage to be happy. And I'm sure by next Christmas, I promise you, those 5, 6 people who have joined, I have said loudly, you will all become principals of schools in 3 years from now. If I live that day, please come and give me a rose flower. And if I don't live that day, put the rose flower on my grave and say, you made me become principal. That's my epitaph. So thank you so much. It's been a wonderful closing of Masterclass 25. We are happily looking forward to Masterclass 26. Thank you, Seher Banu. I had called out to Vikram sir. Is he still here? Vikram sir from Balia was here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, Jain
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, Vikram sir. Thank you, Vikram sir. It's fantastic having you here. I'm so happy. I'm coming forward. We will meet. Is there anything you want to ask us? And I'm sure you'll get a good word across to the people around you. You are doing your bit to champion the joy of learning, and Seher and team are doing a fantastic job. So thank you for coming over. What message do you carry away to Balia from us?
So basically, if I would say, like being as a teacher, what I find, I every day I learn something. Like here, I learned how means we deal with students. There are several things, misconceptions, misunderstandings among students, and sometimes we feel how to deal with their misunderstandings. And as the conversation I heard between philosopher and the youth, that just enlighten, like if such situations are there, like so many times, like we teach students who are in going to give their board exams, and sometimes they get a little bit nervous, means frustrated. So we'll be able to give them a right path without any hesitation. Like sometimes what happens, we means we feel what to answer, but here the way we understood that there is always a way, only we need to be quiet, calm, listen, and just try to help them, like philosopher did.
Brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's paucity of time, and you have actually described the courage.
Yes,
You've described this courage concept so beautifully. And let me tell you, the most difficult job in the world is that of a teacher. And there is a book called Courage to Teach. I'm giving you one more book. I wish we have more time and I would happily read the Courage to Teach. Courage to Teach is a fantastic book by Palmer Parker. I haven't read a more profound book on teaching and learning in the world. I'm saying so loudly. It's called Courage to Teach. It's available in audio format. So we are here to give the teacher the courage. We are here to give the teacher to overcome the dislikes within. And when you come the dislikes within, which means you get rid of subjectivity, you get rid of judgment, you get rid of deducing something unknowingly. That's where you become pure and you become better teacher. On that note, it's a big thank you to all of you. And I want to call out Gurdeep. I'll see you on the first. Manisha, I will see you on the first. Meenakshi, I will see you on the first. Saher, I will see you on the first. And there is one more person I will see on the first, that is Shalu. Shalu, are you here?
Deep, sir.
Thank
Jain,
you,
sir.
Shalu. Thank you. It's been wonderful having you with us. We are about
Jain
to
sir.
close in the last few seconds. I wanted you to say just 2 words before we close.
Sandeep, sir. One thing I want to add.
Yes,
Sir, we
please.
are not meeting on first. We are meeting on 29th of October.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, lovely. So you got me, huh? Yeah. When I said first, I said we are meeting for the Masterclass 26. But I'm sure you are ahead of me and you caught me. Thank you for that. Yes, we are meeting on 29th. And Seher, you promised me you'll make all your teachers sign for my Masterclass 26. Otherwise, I'm not coming to your school. That's a threat.
Sure, sir. Sure, sure.
Okay, lovely. Paul, sir, over to you for the last word because we owe it to you. You have been the spirit behind this whole 1 year long journey, and the journey is still continuing. We are not going anywhere. We will mentor you, support you. Even if you don't come on Saturdays, please ping us. Ask for a personal time if you want a conversation. If you share your assignments with Manisha, she'll happily post them. But if you're writing an assignment and if you want personal access to me, please go ahead. The WhatsApp here, which you are currently using, is an organization WhatsApp. If you want to connect with me in the same WhatsApp, please ask for my direct number. I will give you an alternate WhatsApp where there will be just you and me. And this WhatsApp, which we have, is a business WhatsApp. The organization uses it. So you will get one-to-one access, but put a request and a direct message in the current WhatsApp to Sandeep Dutt because the organization uses my name and brand as the front. That's how the business is registered for the Learning Forward Foundation. I will be happy to give you that personal time. Thank you, Seher. Thank you, everyone. Paul, sir, over to you, and then Gurdeep can close. Oh, yes, we forgot to thank Manisha, who did all your assignments. Manisha, thank you. We love you. God bless you. You've been posting all the assignments, and we are looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Thank you for all that. Paul, sir, over to you.
Pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you.
Paul, sir, is there, Gurdeep?
Sir, I don't think so. He's not here.
Lovely. So thank you so much, everyone. And I forgive this extra time we took today because I thought today was an hour-long class we had asked for. And our master classes will stay 1 hour long. So that's for sure. So please be signing up with this in mind that you will meet us 1 hour every week. We are not going to insist on assignments because you have to reflect. And that's what matters on the day. Thank you so much. Looking forward to being in Varanasi tomorrow evening. Some of you may meet me tomorrow itself. And then, as we are there from Monday to Friday, I'm sure we'll meet some of you. In the meanwhile, I will get a detour to Balia for a day. For 24 hours, I'm in Balia, not even 24 hours. I go one afternoon and leave one afternoon. So I'll get a full working day in a school. That school's 24 hours. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you once again, Gurdeep. And as you have clarified three things, one, you have to get a copy of the book. Along with that, bring along a pencil. Write notes in the columns of the book. Take away some highlights from the book. And that's how you will become a happy teacher. Please use your book on the side with pencil notes. No harm. Some people consider a book sacred. I have never marked a book in my life, so I'm of that category. But also note one thing: I keep scanning things and filing them. So, like Paul sir said, I use it differently. I scan pages. Sometimes I scan so much and I share with you also. I post in WhatsApp once in a while what I've scanned for my reading. So instead of writing on the book, I scan portions and keep highlight them. And then I love writing every day. So if you want to follow me, these days I'm writing on Facebook. So you can read there. Sometime back I was writing more on LinkedIn. So it just happens what I want to do. Currently, I'm trying to write about a garden and how plants grow. So that's why I'm writing on Facebook, which I thought was a better platform. But earlier on, I was writing a lot on LinkedIn. And yes, there was a stage when I just wrote on Twitter. So when I want to address people in a particular way, I choose a platform. And that's the beauty of social media and social good. And finally, use social media for social good. I always tell people, you may browse 100 reels, but don't get stuck in the reels. That is the challenge most of us face today. So I have made a very simple way out. I have no social media installed on my device called the phone. I don't have a single social media app on the phone. I only browse social media on a desktop. I follow no one. I only write my posts and run away after that. And that's how I'm able to read practically 2 books a month. So you have to find that time yourself. Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. And yes, I hope to see some of you in Masterclass 2026. Sorry for saying it that again and again. Thanks so much, Gurdeep. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you, Vikram. You took the courage to speak. And it was very kind of you to do. It's not easy what you just did. Thank you so much. Looking forward. And give my regards to Arvind sir at Balia. Arvind sir is the director of the school.
Arun sir.
Sir, Arun sir.
Arun.
Arun sir, sorry, I said Arun. So please give my regards to Arun sir, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all in Balia. Principal man Arun sir, do say hello to them. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind to all the Sunbeam schools.
Jain sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Jain sir.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.